Okay, so my hair. Some days you just never like your hair, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. Just is what it is, people. It is what it is. Poofy, frizzy, and all. It's raining outside, but I'm digging it. I am. Check this out. Coffee, cookie. So good. God, I'm tired. We had this other holiday party last night, which I was actually invited to. I keep getting upset because I'm like, ugh, they don't want me to be there. Because I love my cousins and my aunt, but sometimes they're like, no, this is an immediate family only thing. Which I get. But in the past as a kid, it used to hurt my feelings. But I just wanted to be a part of their cool little family club all the time. Because I thought they were all really cool. I just did. Yeah, it was really fun and wild, and I loved it. But they've always been very including of me too. They have. It's weird because sometimes they really do feel like my siblings. Like I almost think of them as another brother or sister, even though I don't know all their stories like they do for each other. But I've really been there with them too for things separately and randomly together and all kinds of we have a really cool history, me and my cousins. We really do. But then they'll always start talking about stories that I wasn't there for, and I'm like, and this is when we remember that we're just the cousin. But that's okay. Because, then it makes me realize, I really love my siblings too. I do. And then it kind of makes me sad because I'm like, I wish I felt closer with my siblings the way I do with my cousins. Or at least the way... How do I say this? I don't know. What do I mean right now? I don't know. I just always felt like this pretty close bond with them. They got me. They understood my something. But I can't pin it down. Kind of just this dark humor. Kind of douchey, but very aware. And pretty self-aware. Yeah, kind of dark humor. Kind of something, yeah. And Dave always understood. They were the only people that I was like, oh my god, they get it, so that I didn't feel so crazy. And if it weren't for them, I don't think I would have felt so understood, actually. It's actually making me emotional. I didn't realize I was going to be talking about this right now. This is what happens when you don't have a plan. Anything can unfold. But I'm not saying don't plan. I really want to do Call Me Chris, kind of these are my quotes, because it's I have such good ones that are bad. But, yeah. And it's not like my siblings don't understand me. I mean, they don't. I've always felt like the black sheep, or whatever. Even though my other sibling probably totally feels like the black sheep. That's probably why we fought too. It was a subtle no, I'm a black sheep. No, I'm a black sheep. I don't know. But the thing with my siblings is I'm the oldest of the four of us, and it is gonna sound shitty too, but it's like, I really don't judge anybody living with their parents. I've literally done it, and I know how bad, like, kind of the world is right now when it comes to rent and stuff. It's really hard. You have to really be on top of it. You pretty much have to work all the time, and even then, you struggle. And so I think my siblings have just kind of opted for staying at home and saving money and stuff. Well, really just my one sibling, my sister that's a year younger than me, because my other sibling kind of struggles with mental health, so they can't work, which is frustrating. We have a cousin like that too, and my cousins kind of feel the same way. Like, can you really not work, or do you just not want to? But it's tough to say, because I think they really would if they could, and then the want kind of is part of the capability in a way. Sometimes you like want to be able to do something, but you can't. So then you kind of tell yourself you don't want it anyway. Or you don't want to do something that you know you're not capable of doing. Like, I mean, yeah. I'm not really good at Minecraft, so I don't want to play Minecraft. Would I like to be able to know how to play Minecraft well? Yeah, sure. But I mean, yeah, at the same time, it hasn't been big enough of a desire for me to really, like, buckle down and get good at it. I think there's, like, a patience level, too. Like, when you feel like it just doesn't come naturally enough, like, you just can't quite get a hang on it, you're like, nah, I'm just never gonna get the hang of this. Nope. Like, with Minecraft, it's just, like, you have to... Like, you'll suddenly, like, you move a little bit, and then you're just looking at the ground, and then you have to constantly, like, fix your viewing so that you're looking the right way. And I fucking hate that. That's so stupid. And it just doesn't make sense to me, because, like, in reality, like, in a VR kind of way, like, nobody walks and has to, like, really be like, whoa. Like, you just naturally go. Like, a game should naturally, I feel like, fix your viewing points. But I guess they have to be like that because you do spend so much time on the down mining, do. So that's why you have to be able to be like point down. But it's just like, then you have to like do that all the time, and I just say, I hate it. All games that make you do that with viewing, I hate. And I guess that's a lot of them, but I don't like it, and that's why I don't like a lot of games. There's a couple of reasons why games drive you nuts, but my one cousin was actually just showing, or my second cousin, my cousin's kids, our second cousin, yeah, was showing me this game. Oh my god, I totally forget what it was called. Totally forget. I don't know if I even really caught the name of it. But they just kept showing me all these really cool characters in the game, and it is sick. And it just came out this year. Which is crazy because it like has so many characters in development, and definitely a lot of attention to detail. I need more coffee. Yeah, a lot of attention to detail and really cool characters, and they like go back in time and stuff. There's literally, I can't remember the name, I'll figure it out, but there's a character that's literally just a shard of glass, but it's called Door, but it's a shard of glass. And then there's a talking apple with a tie that's British. And then there's just other really cool characters that just have sick ass costumes. And I love how they kept pointing out, like, and the voice actor is actually the background of the character. Like, if the character is Australian, it's an Australian voice actor, not someone doing a voice actor accent. And then we made the, but there, I don't remember there being an Australian one, but some really cool looking characters, man. Like, just, I don't know, definitely a lot of attention to detail. There's one that just eats fairies, and then has to be careful and, like, does this special sewing up of the mouth so that the fairies don't eat their teeth, because the fairies can eat their teeth, like the tooth fairy kind of spin off. They're so cool. The characters are so cool. I did really like the one with the dark purple hair. I was like, I want to dye my hair that color. She was like, you should. They were like, And I really had fun talking about that game and with them and them showing it to me. Like, I feel like sometimes, when someone like nerds out about something, they feel like ashamed about it, and like I kind of got that look like, I'm annoying them. I'm talking too much about this thing I'm really into. I'm low key obsessed, and then they feel like, oh, I'm probably annoying them. Like, oh, I'm talking about this too much. And then there was a point where I was like, all right, I gotta go talk to other peeps. And I realized I don't play enough video games to know like video game talk. So after a certain point, I like didn't even really know what to say. I was like, oh, like this, that. Do they have regenerate? Like I don't know how to talk games. I just don't play games anymore. I used to get really into games, which is why I hate being like I'm not a gaming person. I used to be when I was in high school, and then I just kind of fell totally off of that. Sometimes I really wish I would get back into it because at least that was something random for me to like get into. Now I don't know. Now I just scroll. But I have my YouTube videos that I'm pretty into. But sometimes I'm like, I need more. I should have a game that I'm obsessed with that's cool so I can just veg out and not think about the world for a second and play this game. Here's the thing too though, I really will go too hard on it then and then I'm obsessed. When I got into games, like I would be so invested. That's all I would do. I was really into Fate because I just had the computer. It was computer games for me. We didn't have PlayStation and stuff. We did end up getting the Wii, and that made me sad too because I was really into the Wii. Was it the Wii? Yeah, the Wii Lego Star Wars. Oh my god, I loved that game. I was really into that, and I would play that with my siblings and. It was cool. It was something like we were all really into. And then I went to play it again with my cousin's kids, and the kid was so excited, like, oh, you know Lego Star Wars? Cool, play it with me. And I was like, all right. And then I just sucked. I couldn't remember anything. But it had been so long. It had been like literally like years. Holy shit! I just realized it would be like 20 years ago. I was in high school like 20 years ago. No, that's, wow, I don't know how to math. That would have been like 10 years ago. I don't know how to math. I was like, whoa, 20? No. When I'm 40, it'll be 20 years ago. I'm 30. I'm jumping the gun here. But sometimes, I mean, even 10 years ago that I was in high school sounds like a pretty long time. It seemed like, it does feel like almost longer ago, though. Man, I'm really rambling. I'm all out of it too because we went to the holiday party and I scored an edible. Well, one of my cousin's boyfriend, and I about to have a baby, gave me like a edible gummy thing. And I was just like, yes, score! I was really itching to like go smoke with my cousin, but then he was busy playing with the kids. And I was like, man, I kind of want to smoke. I feel bad too because I was like, okay, you did so well with the Thanksgiving one. Let's do that again. And let's just smoke weed and we're not gonna drink. But then I just didn't really have the opportunity to smoke as much. And well, as soon as we got there, the dude was like, hey, you want a beer? Come on. And I was just like, you know what, man? Yeah, I'll have a beer with you. And I was very stressed that whole day too because this person came to help paint and I just fucking hate them and don't trust them. And they really grind my gears and they were just there the whole day painting and I was just like, I hate being around you. So that was really frustrating. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna have this beer. And I just told myself, you can have just one beer. Especially when everybody around you is like not drinking. So I was fine and I really did just have one beer. So I'm a little disappointed that I didn't do it totally sober because I kind of told my cousins too. Because they're all trying not to drink. Because we all definitely kind of have a problem with the drinking. Like, it's just such a slippery slope. I don't understand how people don't have a drinking problem with drinking. Because it's like, it's such a slippery slope. But me and my cousins, most of us, Not all of them. Some of them really don't drink at all ever and have had no problem with it. But a lot of them that I bond with, like, we've struggled with it a lot, so we just don't know. Or they aren't, and I'm trying to just not. Because too many times I've been like, I'm just going to have one or something, and then that's just not the case. But because I haven't been for, like, basically a month now, 2 times I caved in, it just seems so much more feasible for me to say that. And, like, all my cousins around me weren't really doing it, so I was like, okay, if they're not really doing it, I can do this. And, like, my space from it made it really easy, too. I was like, man, I want to eat all this food, and literally just this beer is gonna, like, fill me up. Then you put the food on top of it. I had 2 helpings because it was really good. Shout out my cousin. I think she really did a great job. And she was all pregnant, just, like, getting it all together. I mean, she had a little bit of help, but she definitely did, like, a lot of it, like, herself. And yeah, that was so sweet. Like, I really had some, like, I'm a little emotional again. And this kind of happened with Thanksgiving. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's, like, weird because you're away for, like, years. And then you come back and then you kind of just try and, like, slip back in. As if you never left. It's not like nobody's trying to not acknowledge that, but you're almost in a way not trying to acknowledge that because that's just a weird thing to acknowledge. Like, oh yeah, you've been gone. You don't know anymore. You don't know us anymore. Like that's the kind of like the sad part. So you're just kind of like, but yeah, it's just it's been making me like very kind of like more emotionally touched seeing them because of all the changes that have like happened along the way and all the time I've been gone, and yet they're still the people I know and love, and I have missed them. And it always breaks my heart a little that I've kind of grown apart from everybody, like when I leave and do other things, and I've never been good at staying in touch with people. Not like I'm the only one, I've realized. Everybody struggles with that. It's, you feel like you're busy and you just can't, and then you find yourself with a lot of downtime anyway, and then you're like, why don't I keep in touch with people? But it's just like, what do I say, and blah, blah, blah. And like I said, too, sometimes I have a hard time with it, too, because then I'm just constantly, like, missing them and feeling like, oh, well, now I want to see you, and I can't, so I don't know. And I just immerse myself in whatever I'm dealing with, and I feel like everybody kind of has to do that, too, and it makes sense, but it's a little sad. I wish I could be a little better with it instead of just so, like, here's where I am now. I'm feeling that gummy. Luckily, it didn't get me too high for a second. I was like, this is probably gonna be super high. But my cousin was like, he can eat a whole bag and be fine. Now, I understand too that when you smoke consistently all the time, you know, you really build up a tolerance. And I've had such a high tolerance. I've smoked so much, but it's been a while now, like a month. So my tolerance is low. Like, well, I might just get really high again. But I knew I was going to be okay because I've gotten pretty high. And I was like, if you can have a bag. Because you never know with edibles, too. Sometimes one is just, like, not that much. And sometimes it's just like, whoa, I'm so high. But what I'm noticing is just how much more tired I was by the end of the night last night. Which was kind of nice, though. Because it's nice to be able to be like, I'm going to bed. But it was weird, too. Because I was tired, but also, like, kind of like felt wired in a way too, which is kind of what highness does. It's like you're tired, but your brain's just kind of like, oh yeah, that thing, that thing, that thing. You're just kind of sitting there thinking. That's what I do at least. And then getting really horny. That word really ain't a better one, but I guess it's all right. Yeah, and I'm just kind of out of it, and I'm just like, dang, like the weed and stuff, like that shit really does give you a hangover too. And it's just like I'm realizing like it's really pretty fucking nice to just wake up and not have any kind of hangover. No weed hangover, no anything. It's nice. I've been really, it really helps me get my day started, which just really gets the whole flow for the rest of the day going. It's nice. I wish I was waking up earlier because for a hot second when I was here, I was getting up with the kids to go to school and stuff. And I did really like that. Although in the middle of the day, I'd be fucking tired. But then when I was ready to go to bed, I was just like, ready to go to bed. Like 10 at least. I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. And that's just not even normal for me. So that was not, all of that was nice. And the thing here too is like the sunrise is over the water. Or it's just like sunrises can actually be really pretty. And I never know because I sleep through them. But they can actually be really pretty. And I saw some that were like really pretty, pink clouds, all that stuff. But I just can't wake up for them. But I've realized this is part of why I like the night owl vibe. Is I really do like the feeling of being up while other people are asleep. It's like, well, that's my time now. This is my private late at night time. Everybody else is sleeping, and like just that feeling. Even if you're around people anyway, or like not around people in the morning, there's still that vibe of like, yeah, but there's people out there that are up. I like that feeling like nobody's out there. It's me and the weird people at the bars. So I don't know, like quite the appeal there because they definitely, but I don't know. It's a thing though. This feeling of night, the darkness just kind of has this blanket feeling. Like yes, a blanket of dark. But yeah, I have been realizing that I've really missed all of them. But then I'm like, shoot, I should still really try and see my family for Christmas because I miss them too. But I really love everybody here too, and I miss them and I want to see them more. I really haven't only seen them in passing, or for a little bit of time at these holiday parties where like there's all this stuff going on too, and it's just like whoa. And it sucks because I wish I had used my time more to see them all while I've had the time to. Because I'm supposed to be starting this job in January. If I don't, I'm screwed a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, so I just know that come January, I'm going to be like really busy. And then I'm supposed to be moving out by the end of January and then trying to live in the city because that's where the job is too, and I just think that's better for me, which I still think is true, kind of. Yeah, but it's weird too because Connecticut does grow on me just like my family, and then I'm like, well, I want to be close to my family, I want to be able to see them. It's going to be harder in the city. It's gonna be more fast paced in the city, and I do kind of like the slower pace of Connecticut. And like, oh, I'm just gonna go on these walks by the water, la di da. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But it is what it is, right? My hair would look cool with dark purple. I like the idea of being like itchy, emo, goth. Like I've always been like the like I'll look too edgy, emo, whatever, and then I'm just like it won't look as cool as like if I had naturally black hair, then it would look cooler. But dark purpley black on my hair would probably just look like not quite as good as if I had naturally dark hair. But I don't know. I always feel bad with the holiday party stuff too. It's just like trying to talk with everybody, but then there's like some people you kind of don't want to get stuck talking to, and then you kind of have to like avoid them a little bit, and then you feel bad. I don't know, but like also I don't have to talk to people that I don't want to talk to, like I'm trying to like release that kind of responsibility shame on myself. Like, you know what? I haven't seen the rest of my family in a really long time. I'm not gonna waste it getting stuck talking to you, talking about yourself the whole time. Like, I'm sorry. And yeah, you know what? My cousins can be a little harsh, but if they're all sick of you, like, it's like a good reason because they really do try with like a lot of people. So if they're over you, like, there's a reason. And honestly, it was pretty obvious pretty quickly why. Man, I started saying things and then I realized, am I really ever gonna post this shit? Because I really shouldn't. I shouldn't post anything. But I was telling my cousins and they were like, yeah, fucking post it, bruh. Just post it. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, what are they? I was like, it's just me talking. And my one cousin was like, oh, so it's gonna be like 3 hours. I was like, I reduced it to 1. And he was just somebody like, oh, well, that's good. At least it's just 1 hour. And then, I know. But again, like, I can listen to someone talk to it for an hour if it's cool. Like, podcasts, that's literally all they do for hours is just talk. So, it's definitely good to reduce it to like an hour to 30 minutes, though, I think, because otherwise it just is like, whoa, man. What are we talking about now? But like, also, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I haven't been able to like post like any of those videos yet, though, because I don't know, I'm still like afraid to. And he was like, just post it. Just post them. I was like, eventually, I was like, just do it. Fuck it. I like how because he said it so simply in this way of like, why wait? Just do it. You're always gonna like procrastinate and find a reason why you can't out of this fear, because the fear is just always gonna be there. So you just gotta do it. That kind of reminded me of that scene in Onward where he's like a new driver and he's afraid to drive on the highway. He's like, I don't feel ready. And the older brother's like, you'll never be ready. Just go. Which I love. You'll never feel ready. You'll never really be ready. You just gotta do it. And my dad kind of told me that too when I was learning how to drive. And it's funny because the older brother is like really tiny because he got shrank. Okay. It's really hard for me not to ramble. I keep being like, I'm gonna get a notebook and I'm gonna make a clear, concise list of topics and they will flow into each other well. I'll have segues for all of them and it'll be nice and concise and blah blah. And I'm like, nope. Each holiday party now we've put on Home Alone and then Home Alone 2 and then I'm like, dang. Home Alone's been giving me like super family vibes too. Like, you should see your mother even though you fight. And I want to see the tree in Rockefeller too. My cousin was talking about that and I was like, that would be cool if we did that. And then I was like, well, maybe. Because I was like, well, I really need to save my money for when I'm commuting for the job to the city, but if I'm trying to go see my family anyway, the cheapest way to do that would be to take that cheap Chinatown bus to Pennsylvania. Meaning I would need to go to the city. Meaning, oh, let's do it all in one. I'll go with you guys to see the tree, which I've been wanting to do anyway. And then I'll take the bus to see my family and it'll be perfect, you know? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, as they say, or whatever, and blah 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 blah. Except I don't know if the timing would really work with that. But I just, I really like the idea of that because I really wanted to see it too, and I'm like supposed to be going to city, and I was like, well, I guess I can see it because they don't take it down until mid-January anyway, which is when I should be working, so I could see it. But it's like you want to see it before Christmas, not after. You just do. And I was just like, well, I guess I'll just go alone and see it, which is cool, I guess, but it would be nice to see it with peeps instead of just alone. It's funny, I remember I used to like go check it out by myself when I lived in the city a couple times. I would just walk past it. And I could appreciate it alone, but it did make me feel alone. Like, this is something special you kind of want to do. And you see all these people there with their people, you know, and you're just there. You're kind of like that lonely tourist person or lonely local Yorker, kind of just like, yeah, there's a tree. Yes, you've come from miles to see. Here I am, just here. It's me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. No, I'm not the problem. Taylor Swift's the problem. No, that sounds hatery. I'm not trying to be hatery. I could be. It's super easy, but I'm not gonna. Dude, Finn's bed looks so cute right now with the Christmas lights all around it. It just looks like the coziest little spot. It's giving like cool, chill, Stranger Things basement hideout, hangout, playing D&D or something. I don't know. It just looks chill. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I tried to switch the angle just because I don't know if it's really any better or makes me look any better, but you know, I had to try. I'm realizing that this one person that I just felt like I couldn't handle talking to, like, they were really sweet though. And that they were like, you look so cute. And I should have said you look really cute too, because I did think they looked really cute too, but I didn't for some reason. I was just like, thank you. I was like just too caught in this headspace of like, I'm not getting stuck talking to you again, because that kind of happened the last time for a second. I don't want that again, because you also subtly started to judge me. And I'm not with that. I'm really not with that. As soon as I started saying I was posting these videos and they were all like, and you're just talking, like, I get it, you're gonna try and judge me and talk about how that's stupid, but it just so happens that plenty of that exists and it's okay. In fact, a lot of the most really popular fucking YouTube videos are literally just people playing a video game for a good amount of time. So what the fuck? I don't need to hear your judgments that are like really rude and crass. I'm not about it. I'm really not about it. And then they diss my aunt. Like, ugh, bro, you like. You're sweet, you mean well, and then yet you just don't know how to not suck. And I've decided, I guess it's a good thing that they can't handle hour-long videos, right? Because then they're not gonna hear this. Then, which I was like, what I was just realizing, I was like, you know, another good thing about really long videos is like, you know, it weeds out a lot of people actually. Like, people that don't vibe with you or like something, like, they're not gonna make it through an hour-long video. They'll barely make it past 10 minutes. So, like, as long as I just make sure I hold all my really extra shit for like somewhere towards the middle-ish end, all the people who I may be talking about it, they wouldn't make it to that point to hear it anyway. So anybody you're worrying about judging you, like, you would have lost their attention a long time ago. Like, how would they have made, if they watch a whole hour long of you talking and then hate most of it, it's like, well, why did you watch the whole hour of it? Which reminds me of like this one video which cracks me up. Of this guy, he like makes an hour long video about dissecting Steven Universe and why it sucks. And in it he's like, and I admit I'm well aware of the fact that clearly I actually really like the show if I watched actually like the whole show, and I'm making an hour-long compilation that I've edited about it and my issues with it. But it doesn't mean any the less that I'm not still very passionate about these issues. But it's like you have to give the credit where it's due. Like if I am taking the time to watch it all and then have all these issues, then like clearly I still like it in ways, you know. And it's just like sometimes something is good and bad, and it does at least stir up a conversation. Like if it can do it something well enough, like you'll talk about it at least. You'll have at least like the passion to even hate on it or something. Like I don't know. Mm. Like I could hate on Gilmore Girls. I could very easily, but I've also watched a lot of it, and it does enough right that I get more passionate about hating it, but have to watch it still. Like I will. I don't really like Supernatural in a lot of ways. I think it's a really stupid show, like one of the dumbest. But then there's parts where I'm like, well, I'll watch it though. It went on for many seasons. There must be a reason. Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's like they went in the drawing board room. Like, what do girls like? Supernatural things, witches, vampires. Okay, cool. So that's what they like. What else do they like? Cute guys. Ah, perfect. Cute guys fighting witches. Boom. Because Buffy had already happened. They're like, well, what's the major demographic for Buffy fans? Girls. Okay. But the main character was a cute girl. Now let's switch it. They love cute guys too to heartthrob over. So if we make, and that's not even put one in there, let's put two. So then you can do a teamy thing, like Team Edward, Team Jacob. And you'll have girls that are like, oh, I'm more a Sam guy. Oh, I'm more a Dean guy. Like I feel that I can like almost feel the like fucking TV show meeting room where they came up with this whole show. It feels not like so much like someone was like really passionate about writing about fighting things, supernatural things as a story as much as they were like this'll sell. Which is where I think it's different than Buffy because I really like Buffy, but Buffy also like yeah it got its story from a movie, so yeah with the movie there's I don't know, a little more of a likelihood that someone actually like thought that was a cool story and made a script out of it for a movie, and then the movie turned into a show. So. But there's still a hint of like, what's gonna sell? I mean, that's probably where they saw that movie and was like, this'll sell. A hot chick fighting vampires. Yeah, and it brings you into her high school world. Like, oh, she's just a regular person with all this shit. I don't know. Sometimes I really do think like that a lot. Like, the ploy or whatever it is. Ploy a word, I don't know. I'm like not digging the rain vibes, but I also really am. Fuck, I'm like really hungry, but I don't feel like eating. I don't know why. I just don't. Fuck. Yeah, man, that one edible just got me on such a lazy vibe. With the rain on top of it, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do shit. Kind of miss the dog too. The dog went back to the other house because we're in divorce land. There's two houses. Divorced dog. But they were here for like extra long time because of their period and not trying to get raped by this other dog. I'm like, I don't like the use of that word in any way, and then yet I'm like, no, I need to make jokes about it to like counteract my. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of got used to the dog being around more. Now the dog's not here, and I'm like, I can see why she really missed her dog. It really is like the cutest fucking husky too. I'm like kind of like so jealous. I'm just like, yeah, of course you miss your dog so much. It's like the cutest husky ever, and you walk around and everybody goes, "Oh my god, that's the cutest husky ever," and then you go, "I know." So it's just like extra boasting, bragging, like I mean, my life may be in shambles, but I have the cutest husky in the world. So there, I don't know. And I'm not gonna lie, like her mom and her dad are very cute animal lovers that are good with animals in their own different way, but they both like just love them up and spoil them and stuff and give them lots of loving. So like she's just spoiled with love, but not spoiled. But it's definitely made her quite the diva. She really is so frustrating to walk. The one lady, who I really should stop hating on people because so often I realize I don't hate them. They're pretty cool. Like there's a lot I can like about people that I don't like. Except for the guy that was here painting. I just hate him. No, I'm just kidding. Like they're okay too. The thing is, sometimes I have like a very passionate reason as to why I don't like you, and it's like I don't know how to change that. Like that's why I hate the word neutral. It's like I can't really be neutral to that. You know, like if that is the case, I don't know how to get past that. You know, like if you're cool but you're like actually just like really against gay people or something, like we have problems. Any of those extra hatey things. And it's weird too because I also understand hate things. Who doesn't? Because if you hate on people that hate on those people, you are also doing a hate thing. So, but at least yours has like a better moral standard. But it's just like, but in their minds, you know, everybody has like, I could go about this like for a while. It's like I get that people have this religion or this background that has taught them like this thing, like to believe, or like that's why they just don't get it or whatever. And I don't know. People are so complicated, and that's why sometimes it really is nice to just hermit and not fuck with people because it can give you such a headache. This is like peopling is hard, but it really does also invigorate me. That's why I feel very 50% introverted, 50% extroverted. Like I don't know which one wins, honestly. And it's funny because in a way it seems like the extroverted always wins because it's the extroverted one, right? So it's like if people see you being extroverted at all, then they just think, "Oh, you're an extroverted person." But it's like, "No, I'm not. It's just you see that more." Cuz it's the external one. Obviously, you won't see the introverted part as much cuz it's hidden or whatever. But like I really am both. Like pretty evenly. But everybody just tends to see more and assume more that I'm just extroverted. I'm not. I'm not. I am and I'm not. And like the thing with my extrovertedness too, which I feel like people like me will understand. Like I know I'm not the only one. I know there's other people that get that. You know, and they probably feel like the same way too. It's kind of like, oh, you have to be one or the other. And then us both people are like, that's not true. Why do we have to hide? Why do you always make us have to pick one? When that's not us. Kind of like the bi thing. Like, you know what? We exist. It doesn't always have to be that you're really more one or the other. Can it be? Yeah, but you can also just be both people. And that always makes me think of El Dorado too. Like, would you like this or this? And they're like, both. Both is good. I'm like, yeah. Why choose? Really? Like, why? Like, you could literally have a festival and a buffet, like, together, actually. Like, 100%. They go right together. They really can. Because here's the thing with extroverted, too, I was going to say, like, I can be so extroverted that I put a lot of energy to it. And it's kind of like an energizer bunny for me, like, and then the reverse happens. But, like, it can give me a lot of energy. So that I'm, like, going on this, like, people energy buzz. But then, like, yeah, then it, like, wears me out. Because I really will put so much in it. Someone that's not as extroverted, like, I don't even think they'll put that much energy into trying to be extroverted. So it's like, yes, it feels really draining for them because it's just hard enough for them to even try to do. But, like, you know what else is really hard to try to do? Like, when you put so much effort into it, that's really draining too, because you're putting so much of yourself into this extrovertedness. And that's really draining too. Like, I will really try and talk to everybody and get really into all these conversations with people. And it's cool, but it depletes me. So I really do need that time to just go in and have my moments, just kind of like digest and process and kind of refine my own self without people around, kind of thing. I don't know. Dang, I really should eat. I can feel my stomach being like, oh, this coffee is acidic. I was thinking about the dog too, because it's raining and there's like all these bubbles in the puddles, and the dog likes to eat the bubbles. It's so cute. Alright, I'm gonna pause it again. And oh my god, it's almost an hour already. It's funny too, because at this point they like all become so easily an hour that I'm just like, they're just gonna be an hour now. Like, I could cut them short, but they just reach an hour so quickly that I'm just kind of like allowing them to always be an hour. Like, right now it's at like 47 minutes, basically 50. So I'm like, well, I could just end it here, but I'm like, no, you always end up making them an hour anyway. So you got 10 minutes left to wrap it up, because that's what we're doing now. We're doing hour long, and it's like you do something enough, you get a rhythm of it. I'm like, all right, this is our rhythm now. 1 hour. Sometimes I wish I could extend it too, because I'm like, I don't want to just wrap it up just because it's an hour, but it's kind of good too, because I just won't know how to chill out. And if anything, I'll just make another one, which I really might do, because I'm a lot to say today. I don't, like, again, other facts is, I don't know how much more chances I'm gonna have like these when I start working a bunch. Once I start working a bunch, I'm not gonna have this downtime anymore, so hopefully I'll have gotten into such a rhythm of doing it from this downtime. I'm hoping that it'll keep me to keep doing them, at least, because I got so into doing it during this chunk of time. But let me pause this bitch and see what the fuck I can eat real quick, because I should just do that. Sometimes basic human things really are such a chore to me. Okay. Hold on. That edible got me. Really did. On more than one level, but okay, hold on. Hello, and welcome to my show with this kitten. Do you see this kitten? Oh no, kitten, come back here. I want you to be a part of this video. Come here. Oh yes, very good. Oh yes, hello, hello. Say hi. Oh look, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Do you see you? Want to say hi? Hello. Hi. Hi. Okay, she's like, alright, I'm out of here. I'm gonna try and eat your cereal. She's so cute. Okay. She's like, alright, I'll hang out with you now that you're eating something. She's just the cutest. She was so little. And now she's gotten so big, but she's still kind of just like a giant kid. Not that old either. When I got here, she really was just a tiny little kid. And I gotta say, she used to be a lot more sweet. When I first got here, I woke up in the morning, she was just laying right on my chest. And while she was still pretty little, she would do that. Now she doesn't. She'll lay by me, but like not on my chest anymore. It'll be like by my feet. Or I sleep on the couch, so she's on the above part. Oh, there she goes. And she loves playing with the ornaments from the tree. She knocks down a bowl and just plays with it. Super cute though. Eating the blueberry kind of cereal. It's so good though. Blueberries with like berry with marshmallows. Yes. I feel like this is what the Grimace shake probably tasted like. Because like the milk's all fruity. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Happy birthday, Grimace. What is on your Amazon wish list? Oh, it references Amazon too. It's like, oh, this is very pop culture. Acurosa. I don't know why that word just sounded really cool to me. I wasn't gonna like show me eating cereal, but then I was like, well, fuck it. Sorry. I feel bad too. Like, I should save the cereal for the kids. But there's plenty of cereal in there, okay? And I'm a sucker for cereal. I'm one of those, I'm like my cousins. We are all about our ramen and our cereal. And anything else we don't have to cook that's easy to make and do. And it's good. Like, ramen and cereals, they're good. They have so many different brands to choose from too. Like shit, man. Different flavors. You can have all kinds of different cereal and different kinds of ramen. Like, man, I could live off of this. Yeah, man. Alright. There's a lot you can do with mac and cheese too. The other day, I was looking for spice for my ramen and I found this other one. Well, you can do it for ramen too, but you could also do it for mac and cheese, obviously. And I found one that was like, it's like a French spice, French spices of Provence, with like lavender flowers, or like lavender, but with basil. And one of the things listed was just savory. I was like, I thought savory was a description, not like an ingredient. What's going on here? French people, hello? You have an ingredient called savory? But it is savory. And then flowery with the lavender. Like you can taste the lavender. But it's cool. And I thought it was just unique sounding. And I just decided to put a bunch of it in the mac and cheese. Make it like fancy tasting mac and cheese. And I really liked it. It did not seem like a combo that would make sense in any way, but then it did. And it was like fancy mac and cheese. Fancy lavender basil mac and cheese. Kind of had like this butter and sagey kind of vibe. I don't know. I think it had rosemary in it. I don't know. Or it did have sage. I don't know. But it was cool. And I haven't made spaghetti because I feel like that's just a good one for like a whole family meal. I don't want to waste the sauce and the pasta on what is a really easy, like good family dish. Otherwise, I would eat spaghetti all the time too. But it is a little more work. I mean, it's the same amount of work as mac and cheese, I guess, but which is a little more money. Because the sauce and the pasta can kind of add up. Those mac and cheese boxes, I mean, they're like, what, $1 each? And it comes with like everything you need in it. So spaghetti is more expensive, but it's good. It's also very acidic. You have to be careful. But I love spaghetti. I do. I really do. That's funny. I used to hate ramen and mac and cheese, and now I just eat that all the time. I used to kind of hate PB&J. Like, these things I hated, I think, because I got so sick of them. Except for mac and cheese. I just thought it was too cheesy, but now I don't. But I usually always have to put something in the mac and cheese. Like, on its own, although I ended up, because what I discovered that made me end up liking mac and cheese was putting ketchup on it. That sounds terrible. But then I realized, I can make it spicy too, which is nice. But also, then I realized, it's pretty good on its own too. But I do like to put at least something in it. Same thing with eggs, usually. Eggs on their own, just like, ugh. Usually. But it's like, once you start to like something because of a thing, then you start to like be able to do it on its own eventually, I think, is the vibe. I'm really rambling. Oh well. Suck it up, people. Suck it up, buttercup. I don't like that phrase generally, but we're gonna use it anyway. Cereal. What are you gonna do? It's so rainy. This is an hour. I'm totally just gonna make another one because I've gotten so into doing these in a way that's all I want to do now is just like make my little video podcast vlogs. It's definitely like becoming more of like a podcast where I just ramble. I don't know why you would really need to see my stupid ugly face, but it will. I mean, you don't have to. You can just see it sometime and just, I don't know. My sinuses kind of hurt. I got 2 minutes to wrap this up. The waves of depression I randomly get are so weird. They'll happen so randomly sometimes too, where I'm just like, wow, really? We got a curveball. Like, whoa, okay, chill out, brain. Like, we were fine 2 seconds ago. What happened? But it just comes on like a whoosh. Everything's dumb. This video's dumb. You're wasting time. That job isn't even gonna happen. You're pathetic. Life is dumb. Look how gray it is. Wow, those rain puddles feel like tears. And everything's just a sad, gloomy, gray rain life. But no. No, we're not doing that. So, there. I have 30 more seconds before it's an hour, and that's that. No conclusion either. I'm tired of thinking of a way of saying goodbye. I'll leave you with this mantra. No, I don't have a mantra for you guys. I don't have an ending on a positive note. It's just, this is it. This is an hour of me rambling. the end. And not the end. I'm about to make another video right after this. Watch if you dare kill more brain cells. I should like meditate and stretch or something. I don't feel like it. All these other things I could do with my time. I don't feel like it. Okay? I don't. Like being lazy, and that's it. Play some fucking video games. No, I won't. And I'm like, oh, this would be a good time to just watch TV or whatever. I don't know. But then I'm just like, I like the idea of doing lazy day things, and then I don't at the same time. It's a really weird conundrum, too. But anyway, yeah. God. Sometimes I do feel like I just look so dumb. But, okay. Yeah. Rainy day vibes, people. I'm literally about to make another one, I think. Yep. Alright. Bye. Hi. Bye. I just don't... I'm like really gonna end everything with like, bye. I don't know. Yeah, sure.